Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, bringing you the most important updates in healthcare and medicine for Friday, March 27, 2026. Today we are covering a massive FDA approval in gene therapy, a critical rise in food-borne illness in India, and new research on brain pathways for schizophrenia. Top story. The FDA has approved the first-ever curative gene therapy for a rare pediatric immune disorder. Also today, new data shows how high sodium intake is directly tied to heart failure, even if you don't have high blood pressure. Quote. Breaking news. Gene therapy breakthrough, FDA news. Host. Let's start with breaking news from the FDA. On March 26 to 27, the FDA approved marnedagragan autotemcel Kresladi, a landmark gene therapy for severe leukocyte adhesion deficiency type 1 LAD1. Why it matters. LAD1 is a rare genetic disorder that leaves children vulnerable to life-threatening infections, usually fatal early in life. The science. This is a one-time IV infusion that uses the patient's own stem cells to deliver a functional gene. The results. In trials, 100% of patients were alive 12 months post-infusion without needing a traditional transplant. Context. This is a massive win for personalized regenerative medicine. Quote. Public health alert. Shigellosis outbreak. Host. Moving to public health, a serious alert has been issued in India. Cases of shigellosis, a highly infectious bacterial diarrheal disease, are rising, with an outbreak reported in Kerala, resulting in fatalities. The threat. This bacteria is often antibiotic resistant. It spreads through contaminated food and water. Key action. Health authorities are advising strict personal hygiene, safe drinking water, and immediate medical attention for severe diarrhea, especially in children. WHO update. The WHO is urging countries to adopt new rapid tongue swab diagnostic tools to detect TB and other bacterial threats faster. Quote. Cardiovascular health. The SALT connection. New research published in JACC Advances reinforces that your salt intake is a silent killer. The study, researchers found that average daily sodium intake of around 4,000 milligrams, well above the recommended limit, is associated with a 15% higher risk of new-onset heart failure. Crucial takeaway. This risk was independent of other factors like obesity or high blood pressure. Bottom line. Even modest reductions in salt can significantly reduce heart failure burdens, but studies show structural barriers, like food deserts, make it hard for people to reduce intake. Quote. New hope for schizophrenia and mental health. There is fresh hope in treating the cognitive symptoms of schizophrenia. Researchers have identified a biomarker in the cerebrospinal fluid called CACNA2D1. The discovery. People with schizophrenia have lower levels of this protein, leading to overstimulation of the brain's electrical networks. The solution. In mice studies, a single injection of a synthetic protein corrected both abnormal brain activity and behavioral problems. Future impact. This could move us from just managing symptoms to actually treating the root neurological cause. Quote. Rapid fire. Pharma and AI. Quickly on the business and tech side of medicine for March 27. Pharma deal. Merck to acquire Terns Pharma for $6.7 billion to bolster its cancer pipeline. AI in pregnancy. India is launching a government-backed AI initiative to analyze over 1 million images to predict preterm births. Executive shift. Biocon appoints Shreyas Tamba as CEO to lead their combined biologics and generics platform. Quote. Conclusion and takeaway. As we head into April, the focus is clearly on bridging the gap between clinical research and real-world application, whether it's getting gene therapies to children or tackling the dietary sodium crisis. Today's takeaway. Check your sodium intake, and be aware of food hygiene in outbreak areas. Cars, planes, and trains. Starting at around 50 decibels, between the volume of a refrigerator humming and a friendly chat, traffic noise can raise your blood pressure and the likelihood of heart failure. For each 10 decibel increase, your odds of heart disease and stroke go up even more. Scientists think it's tied to how your body reacts to stress. WebMD. If a patient does not achieve 5% weight loss within 1 month of treatment, *the AACE and ACE recommend intensifying behavioral interventions such as calorie restriction. Further, the longer-term goal should be 5% minus 10% weight loss within the first 6 months of treatment to reduce the risk for obesity-related complications. This is similar to current guidelines from the American Diabetes Association (ADA), noting that a 5%-7% weight loss can decrease the risk for cardiovascular disease in those with obesity and diabetes. Medscape. The Department of Veterans Affairs guidelines, current literature, and the ADA recommend an energy deficit of 500 to 750 calories per day for adults using dietary approaches to manage obesity. This deficit should contribute to a negative energy balance as well. Further, calorie deficit does not have to be delayed following weight loss through physical activity. Medscape. Which of these stories surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for your daily medical news update. Stay healthy. Quote. Disclaimer. This script is based on general medical information and does not constitute personal medical advice. Always consult with a qualified specialist. All information must be verified before use. The creator, publisher, and YouTube will not be liable or responsible for any negative consequences. Closing square bracket.